Perfectly executed crossing route.
No, check.
The first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The numbers for Mixon last week, 17 carries, 68 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey. How about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
Good. Set. Blue, landing.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here.
Leopard. Now let's go. Green, 39.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Bullock good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 39 that time. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. So he got free at 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him. Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Set. Boom, landed.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. C.J. Uzomah, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people
for a touchdown. Now Bullock to add the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are tied at 14. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a Bengals score. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. The drive will start with Connor. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And McDonald here over the middle. Look at the big man rumble. Oh, no. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Vance McDonald, 77 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Extra point now by Boswell. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 21-14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's McDonald. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Boswell for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The football switching back over here to the Cincinnati Bengals. This is a team this year that had a promising start. They were 4-1 if you think back to the early portion of the season, but then it really all unraveled. They lost 7. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Back onto the field now comes the wideout Antonio Brown, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Connor, runs through the contact. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. They're going to run. Here's Connor. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Now a toss. This is Connor. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Toss play. Connor. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
I remember playing, and from a safety's perspective, when you saw a toss play and trying to see guys get to the edge and get outside, that was always a tough moment because where do you go to pick up the ball carrier? If they seal the edge and seal the perimeter, they're going to bounce that outside. It's a lot longer run, and you've got to make sure your angle is right because once they get to the edge, they're going to pick up good yardage. Your job now is to make sure they don't go all the way for a touchdown. You have to become an excellent tackler against a...
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Joe Hayden there to bring him down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And a little floater there is incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Set! Blue 30!
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Extra point now by Boswell. Boswell good with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously, the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait in Hampshire Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Underneath, this is Bernard. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read. Better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice...
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And an update now from down in Baltimore. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. Baker Mayfield, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's Conner. And now running right through it. Still, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on.
heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Boswell for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And a rout is on here in this first half. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. And excellent field position here as this drive will start on the other side of the 50-yard line.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Patriot. Set. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run him now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and 11.
Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Now let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. That'll bring up second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Detroit. Set.
Back to throw now on second and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
The Bengals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is third and 10.
Hurry up. Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. And just shedding him off there. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Back to throw again. He drops it off for Bernard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Green 39. Green 39.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking deep down, and that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And give him a gain of 37.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on first down. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Boyd. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw again. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. In for the score. And the Bengals are in for 6. Here's Bullock now for the extra point.
Everyone felt like this game was over, but to be able to stay in it, put together a drive, score a touchdown, that's got to be a positive for them.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Bullock out now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
Set. Like 80.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively. Hey, we got a second here. Let's go back to Week 15 following the win over Green Bay for Chicago. Happiness rained down on the field. The Bears claiming the NFC North title, but one Bear took his celebration to an extreme. I know you saw this.
Yes, I certainly did. Charles Leno Jr., left tackle for the Chicago Bears, got down on a knee and proposed to his girlfriend Jennifer. So not only celebrating an NFC North title, but now his proposal accepted by Jennifer, who will now be Mrs. Jennifer Leno Jr.? No Junior.
No Junior. By the way, smart move because she's not going to say no in front of 60,000 people.
Well, I've seen it happen before. Not pretty, but not in this case.
Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
All right, here we go.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Bernard churning, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And they'll run it here. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And they'll go on the ground. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And on the ground they go with a running back. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
You remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their quarterback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Extra point now by Boswell. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Dancing to his left. And I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah.
And he loses the football a second time, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Ooh, with a juke. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Right back to him on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20.
And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown Steelers. Antonio Brown, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.